I'm going to talk about towel sliders and just whatever sliders soon, because it's a really easy, cheap, cool way of sliding and it looks awesome. Anyway, what's up guys, how you doing? If you haven't been to my channel before, my name's Philip Scrubber. I would absolutely love if you subscribed. That's really going to help me out, and recently it's been growing like crazy. We're on 1,200 subscribers right now, which is, I'm just so appreciative to every single one of you out there. So anyway, let's get into this conversation. Today we're talking about two sliders I had a really big dilemma with. I'm like, should I go with the V2 or the V2 Pro? Whew. It was a really difficult decision. Now, I'm just gonna unplug both of them. Actually, no, wait. Let me just stop both of them. And this is pretty simple, as you can see. Pair and connect, stop, right there. It's an easy application. It looks just like this, and it's ridiculously simple. Right, my dilemma. This is the Edelkrone version 2 SliderOne. This is the Edelkrone version 2 SliderOne Pro. These are incredible sliders. On top you have the HeadOnes, the version 2, and some cheap like tilt heads, like newer and God knows what. Now, you want to get the original tilt heads because these guys suck, by the way. The original costs like €150, so it's really expensive, but it does a really good job. So, this guy and the head comes to exactly the same price as this guy without the head. So this slider is €349 cheaper than this one. That's a lot. That's a lot of money to pay. The head one costs €350. So, like I said, this package equals just this. And then you've got to pay another €350 for the head one, so that you can have your parallax shots. I really didn't know which one to choose. Now, I'm lucky because this is my friend's slider and I tested it out a lot, and I mean a lot. And it's absolutely fantastic, don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic. Both of them are amazing. But where it kind of really hurt me was that when this slider is in this position, it has trouble going up with the head. The Sony a7 III and, say for example, a big lens like this, the 24-70, it will have a really big struggle getting it up. So that's where my dilemma was. Should I get it and this and I have everything for the price, or should I buy this and add an extra €350 and have like the top set that will handle like, reds and stuff? I decided to go with the SliderOne version 2 Pro because I just didn't want the hassle of it not being able to handle like any camera I stick on it. Now this guy has a full capable load of 9 kilos, which is, let me see, my cheat sheet. 9 kilos is 20 pounds, right? This guy has 13.6 kilos, which is 30 pounds. Now that's quite a fair difference. But where it really comes into play is the vertical. The vertical slide on this guy is 2.3 kilos, and this one is 4.5 kilos. So vertically, this one is going to handle a lot more because it has two little engines, like motors. This only has one motor. That's why the battery is underneath it right here. This guy here has two motors. That's why the battery is actually on the side of it right here. And it really does make a big difference being able to handle 4.5 kilo vertically. That's really insane. Now the size difference really isn't that big. That's the size difference with the actual battery on top, and the thickness, you would think it's a lot different, but it's a tiny little bit thicker, and that's it really. Still, both fantastic sliders. They do almost the same thing. The only difference is like I said, this can handle more weight. This can also handle the Head Plus Pro, where this can only handle the Head Plus. They both have smartphone controls, they both have motion lapse and time lapses and the whole parallax. You can both add a second head one to have it sideways, so I could actually take this one off and stick it sideways, though I didn't buy the tilt kit version 2, which costs about €100, so it's not cheap, but it's just like a little, like a tilt kit. So you put the head here and you attach your camera and you can actually tilt and pan at the same time, creating awesome, fantastic shots or time lapses, motion lapses, what have you. So yeah, it's a absolutely huge difference for me. Now they both take one battery for the head one, because at least this is the same bit, and these both take one battery. It's a pretty simple battery. I think everybody knows what battery this is. It's a Canon LPE6 battery. So you literally just slide it in, you wait for the there you go, and that slider is on now, and it always will go back to the left hand side position. So you can see, like right here there is a left and there is a right on the slider, and it will just go back to the left hand side position, and that means it's ready. And then you can slide around as much as you want. You can create like stop shots. So for example, I want to stop it here, I want to stop it there, and I want to stop it there. You can create as many as you want. It's an absolutely fantastic system, but I really wanted to talk to you about my dilemma, which one I wanted to buy, because I couldn't find a video like this on YouTube, so I thought I'd make one for you guys. Yeah, I think I covered almost everything I wanted to talk about. The head one, just one thing right there. The head one, make sure, if you haven't got the money, just buy yourself one of these cheap, it's really tight so it works, cheap, kind of like this one's from Newer, so you can see it looks like this, and it is really cheap because I think they cost, you know, they're not expensive. So I recommend buying one of those. If you have the money, buy the one from Edelkrone, because it's going to be a lot better and it will swivel. This one is just loose. It doesn't actually have a swivel option, so that's really annoying. You will regret trying to put on a head like this for Manfrotto, because as soon as your camera starts panning, especially with a lens like this, you put this guy on here and you start panning, your camera's just going to go poof, and your lens is going to hit the ground and you're going to be extremely upset. So make sure you just buy even the cheap one if you don't have the money, the tilt head from Newer or whatever this company is. I don't even think it has a name. Yeah, so that's that. If you guys have, oh yeah, you know what? As you're here, I'm going to show you a few examples of these guys going up and down, just in case you don't know what it looks like. Right, I'm going to show you test one. This is the SliderOne version 2 Pro, and we're just going to let it go up and stop. I am filming with the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, so you can hear what it sounds like. And yeah, let's do test one. So that was test one. It looked pretty cool. The slider is staying in one place. Now when I do this normally with the version 2, it kind of struggles sometimes. Not every time, it struggles to get up. And when it does get up, it just drops straight down, which is a little bit freaky. Especially if you've got like the table underneath and your lens hits it. So that's, yeah, it's a little bit annoying. I do use like a rod so I can position the camera and the lens, if the lens is too heavy, in the middle, so it's not front heavy, so the head is not going crazy, in case I want to do kind of, you know, like tilt and stuff like this. It's a lot easier to tilt when you are not front heavy. So remember that. So if you guys can see, there is actually a rod balancing the camera. So yeah. One other point. The HeadONE is good vertically, so tilting to 3.1 kilos. This is not 3.1 kilos, and it does have a problem tilting. Whether that's with the kit one, which kind of probably makes sure that everything is in perfect order, and I'm probably sure it's not meant to go round in circles, like 360 circles. It probably wasn't made for that. That's why it did what you just saw it do. Just in case you want to do that, it might have problems doing that if you're using a large lens like I am here. Let's get the next test done. Right, so now we have the SliderOne version 2 connected. I also have a rail in it again, so that the camera is not front heavy, but it's kind of more or less in the middle. And we're going to try and make it go up. Like I said, the HeadONE is meant to be able to tilt to 3.1 kilo, which is about 7 pounds. Horizontally, it can do 6.8 kilo, which is about 15 pounds. So it should be able to handle the weight of this 2470 GM and the A7R3. But let's have a look what happens. I always get a bit stressed out with this, but let's check it out. Yeah, so the fact is, this guy is working with one motor. That's why he sounds a little bit quieter as well, and that's probably why he can't keep it up. Yeah, so those are the actual real life tests. Now, if I would try and pan this guy, he would probably do exactly the same thing and go crazy, because it's the HeadONE. So it's actually not too bad at the moment. It has its days, if you know what I mean. Yeah, test's over, let's get back to film. See, one of them's gonna have trouble, the other one isn't. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about this film, any questions about either of these sliders, as I've been using them for a while now, pop them in the comments below. And remember, if you're not, please subscribe, that's really gonna help my channel out. Give me a thumbs up, because that does help as well, you know, it really does. And I'll catch you on the next one. Maybe I'll show you guys how to, you know, slide without a slider, because you can get some really, really, really beautiful effects with it. Anyway, catch you on the next one.